brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Elon Musk. Elon Reeve Musk is a South African-born Canadian-American business magnate, investor, engineer, and inventor. He is the founder, CEO, and CTO of SpaceX, co-founder, CEO, and product architect of Tesla Inc., co-chairman of OpenAI, founder and CEO of Neuralink. He was previously co-founder and chairman of SolarCity, co-founder of Zip2, and founder of X.com, which merged with Confinity and took the name PayPal. As of May 2017, he has an estimated net worth of $15.2 billion, making him the 80th wealthiest person in the world. In December 2016, Musk was ranked 21st on the Forbes list of the world's most powerful people. Musk has stated that the goals of SolarCity, Tesla, and SpaceX revolve around his vision to change the world and humanity. His goals include reducing global warming through sustainable energy production and consumption, and reducing the risk of human extinction by making life multiplanetary, by establishing a human colony on Mars. In addition to his primary business pursuits, he has also envisioned a high-speed transportation system known as the Hyperloop, and has proposed a VTOL supersonic jet aircraft with electric fan propulsion, known as the Musk Electric Jet. Early childhood. Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, Transvaal, South Africa, the son of May Musk, a model and dietitian from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, and Errol Musk, a South African electromechanical engineer, pilot and sailor. He has a younger brother, Kimball, and a younger sister, Tosca. His paternal grandmother was British, and he also has Pennsylvania Dutch ancestry. His maternal grandfather was American, from Minnesota. After his parents divorced in 1980, Musk lived mostly with his father in the suburbs of Pretoria. During his childhood he was an avid reader. At age 10, he developed an interest in computing with the Commodore VIC-20. He taught himself computer programming at the age of 12, sold the code for a BASIC-based video game he created called Blastar to a magazine called PC and Office Technology for approximately $500. A web version of the game is available online. Musk was severely bullied throughout his childhood, and was once hospitalized when a group of boys threw him down a flight of stairs and then beat him until he lost consciousness. Musk was initially educated at private schools, attending the English-speaking Waterkloof House Preparatory School. Musk later graduated from Pretoria Boys High School and moved to Canada in June 1989, just before his 18th birthday, after obtaining Canadian citizenship through his Canadian-born mother. Although, at the time Musk had to register to become a Canadian citizen, Bill C-37, which came into law in April 2009, effectively made his Canadian citizenship retroactive to his birth, since he was born in the first generation abroad to a Canadian-born mother. Therefore, with the law change, he is considered to have always been a Canadian citizen by birth. Education. At the age of 17, Musk was accepted into Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, for undergraduate study. In 1992, after spending 2 years at Queen's University, Musk transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, where in May 1997 he received a Bachelor of Science degree in Physics from its College of Arts and Sciences, and a Bachelor of Science degree in Economics from its Wharton School of Business. Musk extended his studies for 1 year to finish the second bachelor's degree. While at the University of Pennsylvania, Musk and fellow Penn student Tadeo Resi rented a 10-bedroom fraternity house, using it as an unofficial nightclub. In 1995, at age 24, Musk moved to California to begin a PhD in applied physics and materials science at Stanford University, but left the program after 2 days to pursue his entrepreneurial aspirations in the areas of the Internet, renewable energy and outer space. In 2002, he became a U.S. citizen. Zip2. In 1995, Musk and his brother, Kimball, started Zip2, a web software company, with their father's money. The company developed and marketed an Internet city guide for the newspaper publishing industry. Musk obtained contracts with the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune and persuaded the board of directors to abandon plans for a merger with City Search. While at Zip2, Musk wanted to become CEO, however, none of the board members would allow it. Compaq acquired Zip2 for in cash and in stock options in February 1999. Musk received for his 7% share from the sale. X.com and PayPal. In March 1999, Musk co-founded X.com, an online financial services and email payment company, from the sale of Zip2. 1 year later, the company merged with Confinity, which had a money transfer service called PayPal. The merged company focused on the PayPal service and was renamed PayPal in 2001. PayPal's early growth was driven mainly by a viral marketing campaign where new customers were recruited when they received money through the service. Musk was ousted in October 2000 from his role as CEO due to disagreements with other company leadership, notably over his desire to move PayPal's Unix-based infrastructure to Microsoft Windows. In October 2002, PayPal was acquired by eBay for in stock, of which Musk received. Before its sale, Musk, who was the company's largest shareholder, owned 11.7% of PayPal's shares. SpaceX. In 2001, Musk conceptualized Mars Oasis, a project to land a miniature experimental greenhouse on Mars, containing food crops growing on Martian regolith, in an attempt to regain public interest in space exploration. In October 2001, Musk traveled to Moscow with Jim Cantrell and Tadeo Resi to buy refurbished DNEPR intercontinental ballistic missiles that could send the envisioned payloads into space. The group met with companies such as NPO Lavochkin and Cosmotras, however. According to Cantrell, Musk was seen as a novice and was consequently spat on by one of the Russian chief designers, and the group returned to the United States empty-handed. In February 2002, the group returned to Russia to look for 3 ICBMs, bringing along Mike Griffin, who had worked for the CIA's venture capital arm, in QTEL, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and was just leaving Orbital Sciences, a maker of satellites and spacecraft. The group met again with Cosmotras, and were offered 1 rocket for, however, this was seen by Musk as too expensive. Musk consequently stormed out of the meeting. On the flight back from Moscow, Musk realized that he could start a company that could build the affordable rockets he needed. According to early Tesla and SpaceX investor Steve Jurvetson, Musk calculated that the raw materials for building a rocket actually were only 3% of the sales price of a rocket at the time. It was concluded that theoretically, by applying vertical integration and the modular approach from software engineering, SpaceX could cut launch price by a factor of 10 and still enjoy a 70% gross margin. Ultimately, Musk ended up founding SpaceX, with the long-term goal of creating a true spacefaring civilization. At the Falcon 9 launch site in 2010 with of his early fortune, Musk founded Space Exploration Technologies, or SpaceX, in May 2002. Musk is Chief Executive Officer and Chief Technology Officer of the Hawthorne, California-based company. SpaceX develops and manufactures space launch vehicles, with a focus on advancing the state of rocket technology. The company's first two launch vehicles are the Falcon 1 and Falcon 9 rockets, and its first spacecraft is the Puff the Magic Dragon. In 7 years, SpaceX designed the family of Falcon launch vehicles and the Dragon multi-purpose spacecraft. In September 2008, SpaceX Falcon 1 rocket became the first privately funded liquid-fueled vehicle to put a satellite into Earth orbit. On May 25, 2012, the SpaceX Dragon vehicle berthed with the ISS, making history as the first commercial company to launch and berth a vehicle to the International Space Station. In 2006, SpaceX was awarded a contract from NASA to continue the development and tested the SpaceX Falcon 9 launch vehicle and Dragon spacecraft in order to transport cargo to the International Space Station, followed by a NASA Commercial Resupply Services Program contract on December 23, 2008, for 12 flights of its Falcon 9 rocket and Dragon spacecraft to the space station, replacing the U.S. Space Shuttle after it retired in 2011. Astronaut transport to the ISS is currently handled solely by the Soyuz, but SpaceX is one of two companies awarded a contract by NASA as part of the Commercial Crew Development Program, which is intended to develop a U.S. astronaut transport capability by 2018. On the 22nd of December 2015, SpaceX successfully landed the first stage of its Falcon rocket back at the launch pad. This was the first time in history such a feat had been achieved by an orbital rocket, and is a significant step towards rocket reusability, lowering the costs of access to space. This first stage recovery was replicated several times in 2016. By landing on an autonomous spaceport drone ship, an ocean-based recovery platform. SpaceX is both the largest private producer of rocket engines in the world and holder of the record for highest thrust-to-weight ratio for a rocket engine. SpaceX has produced more than 100 operational Merlin 1D engines, currently the world's most powerful engine for its weight. The relatively immense power-to-weight ratio allows each Merlin 1D engine to vertically lift the weight of 40 average family cars. In combination, the 9 Merlin engines in the Falcon 9 first stage produces anywhere from 5.8 to 6.7 meganewtons of thrust depending on altitude. Musk was influenced by Isaac Asimov's Foundation series, and views space exploration as an important step in preserving and expanding the consciousness of human life. Musk said that multiplanetary life may serve as a hedge against threats to the survival of the human species. An asteroid or a supervolcano could destroy us, and we face risks the dinosaurs never saw. An engineered virus, inadvertent creation of a micro-black hole, catastrophic global warming, or some as yet unknown technology could spell the end of us. Humankind evolved over millions of years, but in the last 60 years atomic weaponry created the potential to extinguish ourselves. Sooner or later, we must expand life beyond this green and blue ball, or go extinct. Musk's goal is to reduce the cost of human spaceflight by a factor of 10. In a 2011 interview, he said he hopes to send humans to Mars' surface within 10 to 20 years. In Ashlee Vance's biography, Musk stated that he wants to establish a Mars colony by 2040, with a population of 80,000. Musk stated that, since Mars' atmosphere lacks oxygen, all transportation would have to be electric. SpaceX intends to launch a Dragon spacecraft on a Falcon Heavy in 2018 to soft land on Mars. This is intended to be the first of a regular cargo mission supply run to Mars, building up to later crewed flights. Musk stated in June 2016 that the first unmanned flight of the larger Mars Colonial Transporter spacecraft is aimed for departure to the Red Planet in 2022, to be followed by the first manned MCT Mars flight departing in 2024. In September 2016, Musk revealed details of his plan to explore and colonize Mars. By 2016, Musk's private trust holds 54% of SpaceX stock, equivalent to 78% of voting shares. Tesla Inc. was incorporated in July 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, who financed the company until the Series A round of funding. Both men played active roles in the company's early development prior to Elon Musk's involvement. Musk led the Series A round of investment in February 2004, joining Tesla's board of directors as its chairman. Musk took an active role within the company and oversaw Roadster product design at a detailed level, but was not deeply involved in day-to-day business operations. Following the financial crisis in 2008, Musk assumed leadership of the company as CEO and product architect, positions he still holds today. Tesla Motors first built an electric sports car, the Tesla Roadster, in 2008. With sales of about 2,500 vehicles to 31 countries. Tesla began delivery of its four-door Model S sedan on June 22, 2012. It unveiled its third product, the Model X, aimed at the SUV, minivan market, on February 9, 2012. The Model X launch was however delayed until September 2015. In addition to its own cars, Tesla sells electric powertrain systems to Daimler for the Smart EV, Mercedes B-Class electric drive and Mercedes A-Class, and to Toyota. For the Musk observing an assembly demo at the reopening of the NUMMI plant, now known as the Musk and Senator Dianne Feinstein next to a Tesla Model S. Musk has favored building a subcompact Tesla model and building and selling electric vehicle powertrain components so that other automakers can produce electric vehicles at affordable prices without having to develop the products in-house. This led to the Model 3 that is planned to have a base price of. Several mainstream publications have compared him with Henry Ford for his work on advanced vehicle powertrains. In a May 2013 interview with All Things Digital, Musk said that to overcome the range limitations of electric cars, Tesla is dramatically accelerating its network of supercharger stations, tripling the number on the east and west coasts of the U.S. that June, with plans for more expansion across North America, including Canada, throughout the year. As of January 29, 2016, Musk owns about 28.9 million Tesla shares, which equates to about 22% of the company. As of 2014, Musk's annual salary is $1, and, similar to Steve Jobs and others, the remainder of his compensation is in the form of stock and performance-based bonuses. In 2014, Musk announced that Tesla would allow its technology patents to be used by anyone in good faith in a bid to entice automobile manufacturers to speed up development of electric cars. The unfortunate reality is electric car programs at the major manufacturers are small to non-existent, constituting an average of far less than 1% of their total vehicle sales, Musk said. In February 2016, Musk announced that he had acquired the Tesla.com domain name from Stu Grossman, who had owned it since 1992, and changed Tesla's homepage to that domain. SolarCity. Musk provided the initial concept and financial capital for SolarCity, which was then co-founded in 2006 by his cousins Lyndon and Peter Rive. SolarCity is now the second largest provider of solar power systems in the United States. The underlying motivation for funding both SolarCity and Tesla is to help combat global warming. In 2012, Musk announced that SolarCity and Tesla are collaborating to use electric vehicle batteries to smooth the impact of rooftop solar on the power grid, with the program going live in 2013. On June 17, 2014, Musk committed to building in Buffalo, New York, a SolarCity advanced production facility that would triple the size of the largest solar plant in the United States. Musk stated the plant will be one of the single largest solar panel production plants in the world, and it will be followed by one or more even bigger facilities in subsequent years. In June 2016, Musk's car company, Tesla, formally submitted an offer to acquire SolarCity. Hyperloop. On August 12, 2013, Musk unveiled a concept for a high-speed transportation system incorporating reduced-pressure tubes in which pressurized capsules ride on an air cushion driven by linear induction motors and air compressors. The mechanism for releasing the concept was an alpha design document that, in addition to scoping out the technology, outlined a notional route where such a transport system might be built, between the greater Los Angeles area and the San Francisco Bay Area. After earlier envisioning Hyperloop, Musk assigned a dozen engineers from Tesla and SpaceX who worked for 9 months, establishing the conceptual foundations and creating the designs for the transportation system. An early design for the system was then published in a white paper posted to the Tesla and SpaceX blogs. Musk's proposal, if technologically feasible at the costs he has cited, would make Hyperloop travel cheaper than any other mode of transport for such long distances. The alpha design was proposed to use a partial vacuum to reduce aerodynamic drag, which it is theorized would allow for high-speed travel with relatively low power, with certain other features like air-bearing skis and an inlet compressor to reduce air drag. The alpha design document estimated the total cost of an LA2SF Hyperloop system at, but this amount is speculative. In June 2015, Musk announced a design competition for students and others to build Hyperloop pods to operate on a SpaceX-sponsored mile-long track in a 2015-2017 Hyperloop pod competition. The track was used in January 2017, and Musk also started building a tunnel. OpenAI. In December 2015, Elon Musk announced the creation of OpenAI, a not-for-profit artificial intelligence research company. OpenAI aims to develop artificial general intelligence in a way that is safe and beneficial to humanity, by making AI available to everyone. OpenAI wants to counteract large corporations who may gain too much power by owning super-intelligence systems devoted to profits, as well as governments which may use AI to gain power and even oppress their citizenry. The Boring Company. On December 17, 2016, while stuck in traffic, Musk tweeted, "I'm going to build a tunnel boring machine and just start digging." The company was named The Boring Company. On January 21, 2017, Musk tweeted, "Exciting progress on the tunnel front. plan to start digging in a month or so. The first tunnel will start on the SpaceX campus and will probably go to a nearby parking garage. As of January 26, 2017, discussions with regulatory bodies have begun, but no requests for permits to dig in the Los Angeles area have yet been filed with the California Department of Transportation. In February 2017, the company began digging a 30-foot wide, 50-foot long, and 15-foot deep test trench on the premises of SpaceX's offices in Los Angeles, since the construction requires no permits. Neuralink. In 2016, Musk co-founded Neuralink, a neurotechnology startup company, to integrate the human brain with artificial intelligence. The company, which is still in the earliest stages of existence, is centered on creating devices that can be implanted in the human brain, with the eventual purpose of helping human beings merge with software and keep pace with advancements in artificial intelligence. These enhancements could improve memory or allow for more direct interfacing with computing devices. Subsidies. Musk has stated that he does not believe the U.S. government should provide subsidies to companies, but should instead use a carbon tax to price in the negative externality of air pollution and discourage bad behavior. Musk argues that the free market would achieve the best solution, and that producing environmentally unfriendly vehicles should come with its own consequences. Musk's statements have been widely criticized, with Stanford University professor Fred Turner noting that, if you're an entrepreneur like Elon Musk, you will take the money where you can get it, but at the same time believe as a matter of faith that it's entrepreneurship and technology that are the sources of social change, not the state. It is not quite self-delusion, but there is a habit of thinking of oneself as a freestanding, independent agent, and of not acknowledging the subsidies that one received. And this goes on all the time in Silicon Valley. Author Michael Schellenberger argued that, in the case of Musk, it is hard not to read that as a kind of defensiveness. And I think there is a business reason for it. They are dealing with a lot of investors, for whom subsidies are not the basis for a long-term viable business, and they often want to exaggerate the speed with which they are going to be able to become independent. Schellenberger continues, "We would all be better off if these entrepreneurs were a bit more grateful, a bit more humble." While journalist and author Jim Motivali, who interviewed Musk for High Voltage, his 2011 book about the electric vehicle industry, speculated that Elon is now looking at it from the point of view of a winner, and he doesn't want to see other people win because they get government money. I do think there is a tendency of people, once they have succeeded, to want to pull the ladder up after them. In 2015, Musk's statements were subject to further scrutiny when an LA Times article claimed that SpaceX, Tesla, SolarCity and buyers of their products had, or were projected to receive together an estimated in government subsidies over 20 years. One example given is New York State, which is spending $750 million to build a solar panel factory in Buffalo which will be leased to SolarCity for $1 a year. The deal also includes no property taxes for a decade, an estimated $260 million valuation. Musk employs a former U.S. State Department official as the chief negotiator for Tesla. Political positions. Kenny politically, Musk has described himself as half Democrat, half Republican. In his own words, "I'm somewhere in the middle, socially liberal and fiscally conservative." In 2016, Musk became a member of two of then-President-elect Donald Trump's presidential advisory committees, but resigned from both in 2017, in protest at Trump's decision to withdraw the United States from the Paris Agreement on climate change. Musk has described himself as nauseatingly pro-American. According to Musk, the United States is inarguably the greatest country that has ever existed on Earth, describing it as the greatest force for good of any country that's ever been. Musk believes outright that there would not be democracy in the world if not for the United States, arguing there were three separate occasions in the 20th century where democracy would have fallen, with World War I, World War II and the Cold War, if not for the United States. Musk also stated that he thinks it would be a mistake to say the United States is perfect. It certainly is not. There have been many foolish things the United States has done, and bad things the United States has done, prompted by the emergence of self-driving cars and artificial intelligence. Musk has voiced support for a universal basic income prior to the election of Donald Trump as President of the United States. Musk criticized candidate Trump by saying, "I feel a bit stronger that he is probably not the right guy. He doesn't seem to have the sort of character that reflects well on the United States." Following Donald Trump's inauguration, Musk expressed approval of Trump's choice of Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State, and accepted an invitation to appear on a panel advising President Trump regarding his cooperation with Trump. Musk has subsequently commented, "The more voices of reason that the president hears, the better." Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.